Good morning, YouTube friends. This is Carrie with Any Day Blessings, and today I'm going to share with you my top 3 favorite homeschool samples I got for free that I was able to just really get a sense of how the curriculum works and really actually use it more than just a flip through, more than just a PDF sample online. This is an actual chunk of activities, curriculum, everything that I could use as a sample and see how it works for us. Before I get to that, this channel is Any Day Blessings, and I have been remiss over time to share my daily blessings with you all, and I have one today I want to share with you. I have actually shared more about my thankful journey over on my blog and Instagram if you want to know why I'm such a thankful person or why I'm trying to be such a thankful person, and I'd love to see you over there as well. But here on this channel, I just try and share these little blessings to kind of encourage you all to count your blessings and allow thankfulness to transform your day. So my blessing I want to share with you today is recently, through a number of different circumstances, my mom and stepdad have actually started attending our local church where we are, and they've been going to church for years somewhere else, and now they've moved out to where we are. And the other night at prayer meeting, I prayed with my mom in prayer meeting for the first time since I lived in her home, and that was so special. I mean, I prayed with her, at home or at her house or whatever, but we were prayer partners during the prayer service at church the other night, and that was such a special blessing to sit next to my mom in church after years and pray with her. So that is my blessing for today, and I hope that you can find yours and allow that to just brighten your day and count you to find even more, because they're there. Okay, I want to share with you my top 3 picks for the free samples, things that I downloaded online, things that publishers put out there to kind of give you a feel for how things would work in your home. These are in no particular order. These, I'm not going to say the top, the best, number 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to give them to you. And I hope that maybe these would kind of help you if you're looking at one of these. Maybe you didn't know there was a sample. You could actually try it and use it. Now, how are samples different than just the PDFs that you see online? Well, a sample will actually give you printable, will give you the entire reading material needed. It will give you the associated workbook pages to try. If there's a digital component, it will give you all of those files. It's different than just seeing a sample page or 2 online. So here are my top 3. Wait, first, before I give you my top 3, hold on one second. My timer's timing, my muffins are done. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, making the kids some muffins for breakfast this morning. Okay, so before I get into my top 3, here are a couple honorable mentions. So these kind of came close to being what I needed to try the curriculum, but not quite there. So teaching textbooks give you a free trial, and you get lots of lessons, and there are lots of practice problems, but you don't get any accompanying printable pages so that your child can print off and do the problems. Now, you can just have your child copy off of the screen into a notebook. I just found that to be a lot of writing for my child, and I kind of determined early on that if I ever did use teaching textbooks, I would definitely get the workbook that already had everything written in it, because I didn't want my child to have to copy problems down and then write when writing is already such a major issue for him. Now, my daughter, who loves to write, that'll be fine for her, but for my son, asking him to write unnecessarily is no go. Okay, so that's why that particular one wasn't as helpful of a sample for me, because it didn't come with the accompanying printable pages from the consumable book. Well, I guess some people don't treat that as a consumable. Some people copy out of that anyway, but in our house we would have written in it and just used it up, because I'm trying to save my son that extra writing, trying to take away those friction points where I can. Okay, so it was one honorable mention. Another honorable mention that I'll give, because I do think that it's helpful, but it doesn't really let you use it, is GeoMatters. GeoMatters offers an entire digital flip-through of their products on their website. So if you want to see inside Cantering the Country, and you want to see inside the book I just did a video on a few days ago, A Trail Guide to U.S. Geography, you can do that. You can go through and flip through the entire thing. So that's helpful because it shows you the goodies that are in the back, like in the appendix. I often find the gold is back there, mamas. I'm telling you, that appendix usually has a lot of stuff that like really saves me money in the way of printables or games or things like that. So I love to see back there. But it doesn't offer you anything to print off so that you can actually use the curriculum. So I think it's good and it's helpful. It gets an honorable mention, but it's not one of my top 3. All right, so what are my top 3? All right, first up I have here Knotgrass. You shouldn't be surprised that this is in my top of anything because I'm so in love with this curriculum. I can't even tell you. I love the Knotgrass family. I love everything about the company. I love the moms who use it. I just love it. Love it. Love the books. Beautiful. And they are so generous enough to give you a full 3-week sample. You get the text, okay, in PDF form. You get the associated student workbook pages and of both kind, the older one and the one for younger students, because who are you using the sample for, right? You know, you want to have both pages. You can get the, for this particular book, it would be the rhymes book that goes with it, so you get those pages associated with it. You get the audio files as well to go along with the lessons that they give you. So they give you everything. They give you the student consumables, they give you the text, they give you the extra activity pages, everything. Everything you need to really try this, print this off and try this in your home for 3 weeks. And I think that's a generous sample because that's usually about how long I give a curriculum anyway, to tell if it's going to work or if I need to tweak things or whatnot. That's a good generous sample to try it in your home. Typically, if you get a sample, it's about 1 week, but they kind of go above and beyond and give you 3 weeks. Okay, so I think that's really really helpful in that it allows you to go beyond that beginner's luck or that, you know, that those honeymoon phases that you get with curriculum. It kind of takes you past that to really see, will this go the long term? So Knotgrass. Love it. You can get their free sample on their website when you go. I'll leave a link below, and it is an affiliate link because I do love them so much. I am an affiliate for them. But if you click that link, the very first screen that will come up, it'll say try Knotgrass for free. Just click on that and you can actually pick a free sample for all the books. So you want a sample for Beautiful, you want a sample for Uncle Sam and You, you want to try several of them, you can do that. Now, one thing I will tell you is that if you try one of the samples, and this is only good for one trial, if you try one of the samples and then watch your email for a follow-up survey, if you complete that survey, you're going to get a pretty good reward. I think they're still doing this as far as I know. After you complete the survey, they'll actually give you a $15 credit to purchase the curriculum that you just tried. So that makes their free sample even better because then you get a $15 credit towards actually purchasing it. And I don't know if you can hear, but my muffin timer's going off again, so hang on 1 second. Okay, back again. All right, so my next top 3 free sample is the reading lesson. So this here is the reading curriculum, one of the reading curriculum options given by Timberdoodle, and this is also one given by Heart of Dakota, and that's how I came to know about it. The free sample given to you is this entire thing. So I have printed it off and put it, I don't know if you can see how much is here. This is the free sample. This is a 20 lesson course, and they actually will say, here, let's show you real quick. They actually will say, here's where lesson 1 starts. They say to do 1 page per day. I don't know, this is not the best. But 1 page per day for children 5 and under. And like 1 lesson is, sorry, I'm not really showing you very well, you guys. Here's 1 page. Okay, and then here's a page a little further on, like where they're circling things and such like that. So 1 lesson is, let's see here, 14 pages, 15 pages, something like that. No, 17, we're still up to 17. 1 lesson Lesson 1 goes through 22 pages, you guys. So lesson 1 would take you, if you're doing with a 5-year-old or younger, would take you 22 days to do. And it gives you 3 lessons. If you're doing between ages 5 and 6, 2 to 3 pages per day. So of course then that one lesson would take you maybe only 2 weeks to do. And then for children over 6, 3 or more pages per day for children over 6. So that might only take you it would take you more than 1 week, a little over 1 week to do. So depends on the age of students how long this would last you. This lasted me several months, this free sample, and this is all I printed off. It gives you 3 lessons, so if you're using it with a 4 or 5-year-old, this could be half a year of definitely worth trying out the reading lesson free sample. And the nice thing is that then you can just print those off again, teach your next child to read. And it's, until you find maybe the curriculum that works for them, this is just a nice, like, dive in, get your feet wet kind of thing. That's how we used it. We actually didn't end up using the curriculum going forward, but we used it to kind of just see if we were ready for reading instruction, just to kind of start doing a few things with learning to read. So that's how we used it, and then we actually moved on to something else. But then you can purchase and use the rest of the curriculum if you like. All right, now my third one, it's just in a notebook, so I'll just have to show you because it's a PDF. Real Science Odyssey. This is, just a little disclaimer, this is a secular curriculum. It is not written from a biblical worldview. However, the beginner levels, the first 4 the first 4 books in the lowest level are kind of written without any mention of evolutionary topics. Supposedly, I've done life and earth science, and I have found that to be true in both cases. However, this is a literature-based approach, so they do give you lots of books to read and things like that. So those books do come from an evolutionary standpoint. So just so you're aware of that, I just like to point that out because I know sometimes when I watch channels and I know where the mom is coming from, and then I use something and I'm like, oh, I wonder if she knew that this was in here. And that's fine. It's a good teaching opportunity, right? But I just wanted you to know that this is a secular curriculum. But they give you what ends up being 11 weeks of material. I'm just going to flip through here. They give you all of the front matter, all of that beginning information, and then they give you, okay, so this is a lesson. It's usually just 1 page of reading, and then an activity page, and then usually some sort of like discussion, question, answer, things like that. Here are the in-depth directions for that activity. So they give you 11 weeks of that. And the nice thing is, I actually bought the ebook. Oh, I'm sorry about the glare. I actually bought the ebook after I used the sample. So then when I got the ebook, I just printed off the remaining sections that I needed. I didn't have to reprint everything off. So I was actually able to, use my free sample within my curriculum for the year. So those are my top 3 picks. It was kind of rushed in between getting muffins in and out. So I hope that this kind of made sense. I hope that these give you some ideas of things to try to save you money, before you buy something that's not it's not going to work for you. I hope that you will at least go and check out the Knotgrass sample, mainly because you do get that $15 credit if you take the survey and then want to try and buy something. So I think that's at least worth it to try and get that free credit for yourself. But, you do what you want. It's just, I like to try and get deals and freebies as much as I can. So I like to pass those along to you guys as well. All right, well, I have 2 little kiddos who are downstairs wanting muffins. So I'm going to go and give them their breakfast. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about these samples. If you know of some that I maybe need to check out, I would love for you to leave those down below as well. And if for some reason you're watching this, later on down the road and those samples are no longer offered or are different than I described, please let me know so I can put a little note in the description to my viewers. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye-bye.